Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at the Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure Monster Venom, which is kind of like them saying, look, we do know how to make Venom, we just didn't want to before. Because this figure actually looks like it's supposed to, and all the other Venoms have been like dog poop and paper mache. So it's kind of weird, but that doesn't matter. This figure is still mostly pretty good. So let's go ahead and get it off the stand and take a closer look. Okay, so I have this guy hunched over right now. We're going to give a measurement like that because I think this is how most people would probably have him posed. He's about 17 centimeters to the top of his back, not counting his little tendril thingies. It's only about 6 3/4 inches. If you want to stand him upright a little bit more, which is not really the best option because he's not really sculpted for it, but you can do it. I'll give you another height measurement. And the reason this is kind of important, it's because he's not that big. He's super bulky, but he's not very tall. That only makes him about a little over 7.5, which makes him about 19.5 centimeters. So he's still relatively small. Let me grab a Spider-Man. I don't have a Spider-Man near me, so this is its generic body mold. So there's our Bucky Cat mold right there. That's a fair enough comparison. He's big, but he's not that big. Now, I thought Monster Venom was always kind of really big. Then again, I'm more familiar with the version that doesn't have the Matt Gargan logo. I'm familiar with the version that just has the regular Venom logo. So if you guys want to shed some light, I know a lot of you are Spider-Man fans, like hardcore style. You can let me know if this is a good size. But here's the thing, I don't really care because it's big enough, and the sculpt work on this thing is pretty fantastic. Don't ever say I wasn't fair for Marvel Legends, because I've always been fair. When they do something right, I let you know, and this is something right. I love the sculpt work on this thing. The anatomy is good. It's almost like they know how to do anatomy, they just choose not to. Like, it's so good. Obviously, it's exaggerated in some spots. His traps are like the entire size of his torso, and his pecs are giant round things, but it makes sense in the way they did it. It's very, very well done. We have the veins all over the place. The vascularity is awesome. The flow of the veins is accurate. I mean, it's good. It's good all the way around. That's not to say this figure's perfect. We'll get into some things, but it's so well done. It's so frustrating that they do things like this, and then we have other figures which need this kind of sculpt work, not necessarily hulking and huge, but and then just, nope, nah, not doing it today. We're going to sculpt something else instead. I don't get it. It's not a matter of cost, because it's just as costly to sculpt the right way as it is to sculpt the wrong way, so I don't get it. But look at how gorgeous that, like, it's just gorgeous. The paintwork's not very good still. It's still super fuzzy. I don't get it. You'd think they'd try to be a little more careful when the only paintwork you have is white line work. Maybe make it clean, but it's, I guess, okay. It's good enough. It's what it is. The purple metallic that they molded it out of is really nice. Again, I'm more of a purist for Venom, but I like the black with the white, but the purple white, I mean, that's what this is supposed to be, and it looks good, so I'll give it to him. The head sculpt, look at that. It's not pinched in. It's like, I get that it's exaggeratedly broad for this particular Venom. He's got a fat little stumpy head. However, it's still the right overall shape as opposed to, let me pop this other head off, as opposed to this head where it's super, super pinched in and skinny looking like a dolphin. That's how it's supposed to be. So they can do it. They can do it. And they did do it right here. It looks great. The abs look good. All of this in here looks good. Oh, it's just so nice to see good musculature from them. It's so nice. You know what else? And I think maybe it's because they got forced to by Venom having this hunch and having the extended neck and everything. The shoulders are back from the neck, and that makes it look a lot better too. Because that's how it is naturally, and they normally push the shoulders forward. But either way, I can't get over how nice this is. I did not expect them to have good sculpt work on here, and boy do they. It's just, you can see all the groups. It's so nice. Even the butt cheeks, the butts. He's got butts. His butts are good too. It's just nice to see this finally. So happy. Can you tell? I'm not being sarcastic, by the way. I know sometimes that's hard to tell. I'm not. I mean this. This is really nicely done. So the head's on a hinge, so you can look all the way up, which means you can hunch him all the way forward if you want to. Boy, does that look nice. So you can do that, then you can bring the head all the way down if you want to. The hinge works nicely. It's a ball peg on top of the hinge, so you can move the head around a little bit like that. It's mostly just a swivel. There's just a little bit of play in it. So that's fine. The shoulders, this will get out of the way a little bit. But you don't, I guess you can't raise the arm too much. But you still get horizontal, so that's good. all the way down, of course, full rotation. Bicep swivel's fine. Single jointed elbow, not the best. You get just better than 90, but it's okay. I mean, it works well enough. And then you have a wrist swivel and a hinge, which works well enough. Ab crunch you already saw. He leans all the way back. It's painted all the way through, and he leans all the way forward. Waist twist is fine. The hips go all the way forward, though it kicks him out to the side just a little bit. Going out to the side, really wide. That's nice. So look, bulky hips, bulky thighs, bulky crotch. That's what she said. And the hips work no problem. Yet we have figures like Spider-Man who can barely spread his legs at all. I just don't get it. Thighs have a swivel. Double jointed knees work. They're a little tricky, but they work. No problem at all. I don't like this. This swivel right here is ugly, and mine are falling apart, but not like actually coming loose, and not such that I can push it back in. It's just kind of a big gap in there, so that's not really ideal. But you do get a shin swivel. I think it would have been nice to actually make it a ball hinge. I know that would have cost a little bit more, but you do get a shin swivel in there. So your hinge goes all the way back, and not very far forward, but far enough. And of course you get a really nice ankle rocker, and nice sculpt work for the feet. So there's almost nothing to say that's bad about this, other than the paintwork could be better, and maybe that hinge could be better. It's so nicely done. What the heck? Why are they so inconsistent? And I'm not even talking about some figures get more money than others, because I get that. I understand how action figure development works. I'm talking about the things that don't change the cost, like sculpting Venom's head better. I just don't get it. They had to make a new sculpt? Whatever, I'm not going to get into it. This one is really nice, and this is the figure we're talking about, so this is easily worth picking up. Probably not most of the rest of the wave. You might want to just piecemeal the wave and build this out of eBay. But this is nice. This is one of my favorite Build-A-Figures in a while. Very nicely done. So there it is, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I have new videos up almost every single day. We talk about action figures, movies, TV shows, video games, all kinds of fun stuff. So make sure you come back for that. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. And in the meantime, keep collecting.